All right, it's time I'd do another ultimate tier list. I know a lot of Grandcross YouTubers typically just do tier lists in general about how the character performs and all across the game. But I thought I'd do put my own little twist because nobody really talks about ultimate specifically, and who better to talk about it than me, than a nigga who's 6'6" every single character that comes out. So we got the tier list here, and we just added Subnautica to it. We won't do the honorable mention ones. We'll just do what I think is are the best ones. So I think, unfortunately, 10 still might be Escanor because I don't really think it's all too much impressive just ignoring defense related like that, how he does. His old passive is fine, but we just talking about in terms of like what it does. Like, it's like obviously Transcendent Bond has an ultimate passive, but at the end of the day, it's just resonance with Power Strike, and it's probably one of the hardest hitting ultimates in the game, but it doesn't do anything else for like the team other than like, yeah, you can guarantee a win off of it. So Escanor is probably still 10 for me, and then Purgatory Melee ultimate is really, I still think it's like up there in top 10 because I know it does similar things to what Escanor is. That's why they're in the same tier. But he does something better. He has damage caps, which can provide him to win out a match. And like, what if somebody lives? They damage me, I die. But he has damage cap on his ultimate, and he ignores like crit defense by I think 120% or something like that, which is the stat you want to ignore. So if you crit anyway, you want to ignore crit defense so you can do more damage. Escanor just does 80%, and the 120 is massive. So I think at number 9, I still do have Esterosa Ultimate just because of what it provides. He lowers basically basic stats at 6'6" and resonance, so it has a high damage ceiling, and he is actually helping the team too. So that's why he is number 9 for me. So I think on my tweet I said this Escanor is 8. I think I might just take him off the... I think he just got replaced. Well, oh, he got to be tied with like Bond, and I can't take him off because his ultimate is still good. I think he's gonna be tied with Bond here at number 7 specifically. Don't get me wrong, Transcendent Bond ultimate hits mega hard. Escanor ultimate hits mega hard, but that's just like the basis of it. So moving on, I think Somnot got the new number 7 spot specifically. Move on to over. So with her ultimate, I did have it pulled up in the thingies. Let me go to my screenshots real quick. Down here, yab, Devo. Let me see. Open with photos. There we go. If I... Devo. Copy. There we go. This is what I was looking for. I was looking for copy so I could translate it. So she does hit mega hard. Don't get me wrong. That's probably why she's this low, because all she does is really hit hard because she increases attack related stats. But give all enemies a deepening mental breakdown and give yourself 50% increase of stats. This is probably why she's above Transcendent Bond, just because of her debuff from her passive. Well, her debuff that she applies here, and then you could cycle through her passive and then proceed to crowd control the enemy. So that's why I put her above Transcendent Bond. Unga Bunga damage essentially is all down here, but then you start to get into like other elements that can affect like the match, because people eventually, units are going to be able to just like live through ultimates in the future. You know, not everybody going to be able to get one bang as Grand Cross goes on. So I think that the fact that she can apply her own debuff that she needs to debuff them, stun and or single targets or AoEs is still big. I think that puts them above them. So don't click on this video thinking like, Davo, Transcendent Bond like won me so many matches. I understand that. I love his ultimate. To this day, I glaze it, but it's just damage. What else does it provide? That's all I'm saying. So moving on, I think looking back to this tier list, it's gonna pretty much stay the same, if anything. I think what I'll change is probably... Nah, it's still the same, my key. I think Mael ultimate, especially after Relic now, he got to be at number 6. What he can provide with the damage reduction, canceling stances. With those sun dots, you ain't damaging him, bro. So I think Victoria still got to be above him. Let me pull up Victoria's information specifically, and did I explain last time why it was good? But she applies Sharp Talons and then applies Queen's Protection, which is attack related stats and defense related. The defense and attack goes up to 30% for everybody, bro. That's just like too good. And then on top of that, I think that the only reason she has edge over Mael is just because, like, bro, she can do like I don't know. I think in terms of damage, they might do the same thing though. She got Spike, and then you go to Mael. Where is it? Let me do this. Mael has what? What's his damage? Damage effect on his ultimate? Sunspot Explosion. So I think the fact that she has Spike with that buff application from her ultimate, she might have the edge over Mael. Both fantastic, hard hitting, like your dad ultimates, but oh man, what do you want? Do you want to put your faith in attack and defense related stats or some damage reduction? It's ultimately up to you, and I value stats over damage reduction because people can overcome damage reduction. High key. So moving on, what did I have next? I had Demon King and Golfer. High key, I think this might change here. So moving on, DK still is pretty much 4. I'm gonna put what's his name? This guy at number 3. Call me crazy. Meliodas is fine and dandy and all, removing stances and what is it? Where is he? Let's read it for a second. Increase all the heroes' basic stats and inflict Doom. Doom is 2 times crit chance, 20% damage dealt for every seed at the of end on the enemy. And then if the hero participating in battle, commandment, that's just a commandment. And then the hero has protection of Demon King. Their crit defense increases by 20%. I mean, that's like the old passive though. I'm talking about like this first portion right here. I think I could justify it because just increasing all your stats is crazy. I mean, it's good and all. Don't get me wrong. It's still like fantastic that you're in this top portion of this tier list, but he did go down in stocks for me a little bit. So moving on for number 2 and number 1, y'all guessed it. Chaos Arthur still got to be number 1 for me, high key. But this is definitely the tier list now. Chaos Arthur is like literally like what can he do on his ultimate? And then Gother, he blockades. And he has Pulverize, and he increases your basic stats for the entire team. And you can stack that with a level 3 rank up, and you can essentially just not die. You might be thinking, Davo, basic stats ain't even all that crazy. Yes, it is when it's 2 separate buffs from his ultimate and a level 3 rank up. And then that buff, when it's removed, he ranks up everybody. Like, not just him. That buff on everybody on the team. So let's say you were fighting LR Escanor or something like that, and or you were fighting Yuri Zahard, right? She got a buff strip AoE. You had that level 2 buff strip AoE from Yuri Zahard. Everybody hand ranks up. You're good. You're straight. And then Chaos Arthur, he just like hits like oh my god, bro. He gives everybody all stats with the taunt. It's like a guaranteed kill. So if you need something to fulfill like damage, he is your guy. Damage and support. Mega Unga Bunga damage. He might have an edge over DK Melly. He might be interchangeable high key because he can actually seal your entire hand at 6/6. But I know some niggas who are capable of just like getting rid of that debuff. Unfortunately, it is 1 debuff. He gets rid of it. He can get rid of it. He can get rid of it. So that's probably why he's at 4. So that is it, y'all. That's the new tier list for ultimates for me. Whenever like probably they got to be good units though. I won't do this every single time. Like let's say, what's his name? Percival and Chandler came out. I'm not putting them on this list. They got to be like exceptional units to even like be on this tier list high key. So there it is. Let me know what's like who your top 5 ultimates in the game, or even top 10. Go ahead and list them down below. Let me know who your top 10 ultimates are in the game. Here's mine. Sobnok has got to be 7, and then Transcendent Bond and Light Escanor are tied for 8. So peace out. Y'all stay good, and I'll see you niggas in the next one, man. Y'all stay good.